January the 12th, 2022 marks the 10-year anniversary of the Costa Concordia disaster, which occurred on the coast of Isola del Giglio at 9:45 p.m. Costa Concordia was ordered in 2004 by Carnival Corporation for €450 million and built in the Sestri Ponente yard in Genoa as yard number 6122. The 114,137-ton Costa Concordia was set to be operated by Costa Crociere, and she was the first of her class, followed by sister ships Costa Serena, Costa Pacifica, Costa Favolosa, and Costa Fascinosa. I don't know how to pronounce that. And Carnival Splendor, built for Carnival Cruise Line. The class was some of the largest ships built in Italy at the time. Notably, upon her launch at Sestri Ponente, on the 2nd of September 2005, the champagne bottle failed to smash when swung against the hull for the first time. Occurrences like these are considered bad omens in the maritime industry. Costa Concordia was 290.20 metres long, had a beam of 35.50 metres, and drew 8.20 metres of water. She had a diesel-electric power plant utilising 6 12-cylinder 4-stroke medium-speed diesel generating sets with a combined output of 102,780. Costa Concordia was outfitted with approximately 1,500 cabins, 505 of these with private balconies. 55 had direct access to the Samsara spa, 58 suites had private balconies, with 12 having direct access to the spa. Costa Concordia had a very large exercise facility aboard, one of the largest at sea, a 64,600 square feet fitness centre with its own amenities such as a sauna and a Turkish bath. The ship also had 4 swimming pools, 5 jacuzzis, 5 spas, a poolside movie theatre, and 5 onboard restaurants. The ship also came along with 13 bars, a 3-level theatre, casino, children's area, basketball court, Grand Prix racing simulator, internet cafe, and futuristic disco, not to mention the ship's very impressive atrium. There were 13 public decks, each bearing the name of a European state, with Deck 1 being the lowest. On the 22nd of November 2008, Costa Concordia was pushed against docks in Palermo by heavy winds. These damages were repaired by December of the same year and touched up again in 2011. The day was Friday the 13th of January 2012, and Costa Concordia had embarked on a 7-day voyage from Civitavecchia, Italy to Savona and another 5 ports. On this day, she had 3,206 passengers and 1,023 crew members on board. In command was Captain Scatino. During the evening, Concordia was sailing off the island of Giglio, and a deviation from the planned route was undertaken to sail closer to the island, as an impressive display for passengers. At 9:45 p.m. local time, the ship collided with an underwater rock on the port side, tearing an 174-foot hole in the ship's hull. The gash severed 3 compartments of the engine room, resulting in severe power losses. A loss of propulsion and electrical systems caused the ship to cascade into a dark nightmare. She listed to her port side and was pushed back towards Giglio 24 minutes later by strong winds, grounding her 500 metres north of Giglio Porto on her starboard side. Initially, passengers had been told that the situation was under control and that it was just a blackout. The collision had occurred at 9:45 p.m. However, the alarm to abandon ship was issued at 10:48 p.m. By the time everyone was at their muster stations, only the first few lifeboats could be launched with ease. As the angle of the list only increased, launching became more and more difficult. Allegedly, the crew were attempting to push lifeboats away from the hull as they became dislodged, threatening to tip passengers out. Overall, 32 souls had lost their lives in the disaster, and Captain Scatino was charged with negligence and manslaughter. Smith International were responsible for handling the wreckage of the half-submerged ship and her 2,380 tons of fuel. The vessel was completely written off. Fuel removal was completed in March 2012, and in September 2013, she was brought to an even position via a parbuckling procedure. The cost of scrapping was now $799 million. Titan Salvage, who were directing the salvage operation, estimated that the salvage would be completed by early to mid-2014. On the 14th of July 2014, the effort to refloat the ship was underway. By now, the costs had spiraled past $1 billion to $2 billion, including towing, scrapping, and repairs to the island. On the 23rd of July, Costa Concordia had been refloated and embarked on her final journey. With 14 ships escorting her at a speed of 2 knots, Genoa bound, 4 days later, on the 27th of July, she arrived in Genoa. On the 11th of May 2015, after initial dismantling, the hull was towed to the Super Bacino dock for upper deck removal. The hull was taken to a dry dock on the 1st of September 2016, and scrapping was completed by the 7th of July 2017. So that's it. The Costa Concordia was gone after less than 6 years of service.